everyone. So today I wanna do a response video to this video.
You think that morality is
basically their debate about the R words, but they have to debate about our stuff too. So I'm gonna try to skip it to that part.
true, dependent upon God's stance? Or
Really glad you are here for this one, because this might be one of the most completely stops Jay Dyer in his tracks. We'll stick with this one all.
Retarded for people who are mentally impaired. It was using a derogatory.
All right. Before we jump in, drop a comment and let me know one of the cleanest debate track foundation for morality at all. And just when you think it cannot get more, two atheists, Parker and Danny, going head-to-head against two conservative Christians, Jay Dyer and Andrew Wilson, with Piers Morgan hosting the whole thing. The topics range from Pride Month to the R word to whether atheists can even have a foundation for morality at all. And just when you think it cannot get more intense, Parker pulls out a single philosophical question that completely stops Jay Dyer in his tracks. We'll stick with this one all the way through because the moment near the end is genuinely one of the cleanest debate traps I have seen land in real time, and you do not want to miss the reaction in the room when it happens. Also, before we jump in, drop a comment and let me know where in the world you are watching from right now. We have been getting viewers from so many different places lately, and it is honestly really cool to see. All right, let us get into it.
Now, Jay, is it a great moment, a great cultural victory that the R word is back, which obviously is short for it's retarded, it's mentally retarded, it's for people who are mentally impaired. It was used.
Just the R word should be on the same level as the N word.
In a derogatory way against people who are mentally impaired. Why would that be a cultural victory to bring that back?
Well, I'm a big fan of the R word because I myself act retarded all the time and I'm proud of it. In fact,
no, you don't. You don't have the disability.
I would actually probably get retarded tattooed across my back because I think it is a cultural victory. I'd love to be able to say what's on my mind. I think, I mean, well, these guys are retarded as an example. So we have panelists that are retarded. So yeah, I love the R word. I'm rated R totally. And I think that it's a freeing thing. It's a way to express the way we express things in the 80s and the 90s without problem. Like you can go watch Bill Murray comedy movies.
Yeah, but here's the thing is the way the R word was used to me and other people who are also autistic and special ed, yeah. Like literally, there's a kid who came up to my friend, said your whole class is the R word, and then my teacher made him apologize. But you know, I mean, people, they know what you're doing when they use the R word. And maybe Andrew Wilson doesn't know, and maybe he doesn't know, but I kind of doubt it. I mean, you know, Andrew Wilson especially seems like a mean person.
Movies, and they're great because
but people used to, but hang on, people used to use the N word, 30, 40 years ago, right? But then
I champion all the comedians
oh, you're gonna say N-word, but you're not gonna you're gonna say a full R word. Like that doesn't make sense.
It became something that was taboo in society because it was deemed to be very offensive to black people. The R word,
I don't think it is.
The use of the R word is deemed to be very offensive to people who are genuinely mentally impaired, and they don't like
He's making a soy face, like he's like freaking out over there.
I'm sorry. You just said it's justified
there's a difference between taboo
and
and what's wrong, morally wrong. I don't equate the two.
Taboos are not equated. Your response.
So here's my question: do you think that Jesus would say the N word, and do you think Jesus would say the R slur?
No.
Jesus does say jokes and slurs in the Gospels. Yes, he talks
Does he-
about.
So Jesus
He
would say
talks
the R
about
slur in
the
the N.
equivalents in his day.
So
Yeah, he
Jesus
calls
would
people
say the
dogs.
N word and the R slur.
He
That's
calls
not the
people
same thing as
dogs,
the N-word and
which
the
is a
R slur.
reference to you guys' vice.
Parker, do people in your friendship group ever use the R word?
No, never.
It's just a taboo word.
I remember one of my workers used the R word, and I was like, "Hey, don't use that word," and didn't do it anymore. But yeah, I mean, like, the R word's bad. Like, I'm gonna get to why it affects me so deeply because, like, I am autistic, and some people think that if you're not socially smart, you're a R word. And also, what else? Yeah, I'm gonna tell you all of how I got bullied.
Yes, I think it's incredibly wrong to use. You shouldn't use it.
People in
And
your
honestly,
friend group
fact
use
that-
the N-word.
Can I
But,
please?
but
can I please
and out of
respond?
interest, Parker, what is your rationale personally for not using it?
I think it's incredibly harmful. In the same way that we don't use other sorts of slurs because they're harmful,
Hey,
I think that
if
we
your
shouldn't use this word
arguments
because it's harmful.
Hurt my feelings. Should you not argue?
So no, specifically, we're saying it meets a threshold of harm, right?
Whose
because the
threshold?
R slur and the
Whose threshold?
my
is arbitrary?
threshold, my
Your
threshold.
So
is
it's
arbitrary.
subjective. That's a subjective
Yeah, we're
argument. Thank you. So it's
we're
only your
we're
personal subjective
Wait,
taste.
we're obviously we're
If
talking
it's
about
your
under
personal
my.
subjective
Can I
taste, then
please
it can
finish?
also
Can I
be
please
mine.
finish?
Okay,
So
well
that's
then,
why
Parker, it doesn't
argument
reach our
is a bad
threshold,
argument.
Parker.
All right,
It
Andrew.
Andrew,
doesn't reach
that's
our
fine. That
threshold,
would be-
Parker.
I understand, Andrew. That would be your perspective on the matter, but given my perspective, I would say that meets my threshold. Are you saying it's okay to use the N word,
And
Andrew?
it's subjective, and it doesn't work as an argument.
Wait,
Sure,
wait,
it's
why do
okay.
you think people that
Andrew,
wait,
Andrew,
I have to ask
hold
you,
on,
why
hold
do
on.
you think
Yeah. Parker. Is it ever okay to use the word retard?
No. Is it okay for you to use
Not-
the N word?
Is it even okay to use the word retard to reference the word retard?
I think it's wrong to use it in general. Can you please use?
Can you answer my question, and then I'll answer yours? I promise.
Did answer the question, Andrew.
I said it's
Is
wrong.
it okay
I said
to
it's wrong.
refer to the word
No.
retard if you're explaining the word retard?
Shut
Say
the
our
fuck up, Andrew.
Okay, so this is where Jay Dyer fully removes the mask. Because when Jay said he would get that word tattooed across his back as a cultural victory, that was not a joke. That was not irony. That was a grown man who presents himself as a serious Christian intellectual, proudly announcing that he sees reclaiming a slur that was used against mentally disabled people as some kind of win for society. Let that sink in for a second. And then he goes further. He tries to use Jesus as cover. Jay said Jesus used jokes and slurs in the Gospels. I need you to understand what is actually being argued here. He is saying
Yeah, I don't read the Bible, so I don't know what's going on there, but
that the Son of God, the figure whose entire recorded life was about compassion for the vulnerable, the sick, the outcast, would be out here using words that demean people with disabilities. That is not theology. That is someone using religion as a costume to justify whatever they already wanted to say. Now here is what makes Parker's response so important in this moment. Parker did not get emotional. Parker did not yell. Parker simply said this word meets a threshold of harm, and that is why I do not use it. Clean, logical, grounded. And immediately Andrew Wilson jumps in and goes, so it is only your personal subjective taste. Here is what is fascinating about that from an educational standpoint. The argument Andrew is making here actually has roots in moral philosophy going back centuries. The debate between subjective and objective morality is one of the oldest in human thought. David Hume in the 1700s argued that you cannot derive what ought to be from that same way for simple debate is actually coming from.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
So you can't. Okay, so you can't even use. So just the word itself. Okay, so here's the thing that's so funny about this, right? It's like ultimately when we say
Am I able to ask a question here?
retarded, yeah. So I wouldn't use
That's
the
fucking
N-word. Here's
weird.
why. When I say that if somebody says the N-word, what ends up ultimately happening, there's not really too much in the way of equivocation there. Retard is not actually referring to retarded people, though. Basically, ever. Nobody ever says it, Parker, to refer to somebody who's actually
Okay, let me tell my experience and let me tell y'all, what else I can show you all. So, first of all, I started being called the R word when I was in middle school. Well, even before middle school, like I was in the play structure, and I was talking to myself, like I was just trying to be like Sonic from Sonic Adventure. But then when the boys like, oh, is he talking to himself or R word? And then and then they stole my sock, which I need to get into the play area. And it was just me chasing them. And it really hurt me that day because, you know, I couldn't get back then and they got it. And they got their way. So, here's how I'm going to show you how the word is used to describe people. Like, just take a look at this video.
Your total is $22.76.
Hey, buddy. Can you speed it up a bit?
Okay, sure. I will double back this.
Oh, man. What genius put the retard in the express line?
You're at the grocery store.
See, this is what people say. I know it's a skip, but like people really do that. This is a part where people bully others with disabilities like that.
Store when you notice one of their employees, Peter, has Down syndrome. He's getting the job done, but not quite fast enough for this impatient customer. If you see a grocery bagger getting mocked and ridiculed simply because he has Down syndrome, what would you do?
They shouldn't hire these people. They waste everyone's time.
We've taken over the checkout line
Welcome to Kilroy's.
at Kilroy's Wonder Market in Glen Rock, New Jersey. The first shopper is in line. How will she respond to our actor's obscene remarks?
This might take a while. We're in the retarded line.
Oh, I don't think so.
Look how slow he's going.
Leave him alone. That's not nice.
Your total is $22.76.
I'd make the pay double that.
Maybe you should mind your own business.
That is my business. And
Now, mind your own business, that's a common phrase that's said in the What Would You Do? But, yeah, anyways, that's what I have to say. Like, the R word really is used that way because, I tell y'all something. It was my experience, and apparently enough people experienced this that they did what a YouTube episode on it. Now, what you do may be fake, it may be real, I don't know, but like, but the fact that they would do that, yeah, and then another thing is, like, I'll tell you how I got really bullied. So, so like, there's a guy that was pretending to be my friend in middle school. And then he started talking about how he had a twin when he didn't, because I said I had a twin. And then he started hitting me, and he wanted me to get more crackers. And I listened to him. I just to him. And then eventually he started hitting me when we went outside to the tennis club. And eventually I cried. And then I started telling the teacher. And he said, no, don't do that. I was just playing. And I believed him. And unfortunately, and this is a guy that used the R word regularly. And guess what? He was mean the next day. And yeah, that's what I have to say. Is that, Andrew Wilson, you don't understand what it's like to be a developmentally delayed person being called the R word. You don't know what it's like. And that's what I have to say is, yeah, anyways, bye.